fatigué de payer moins 50.
They're not as international in that sense. They're a group of thugs. They come from Venezuela. They come from the prisons of Venezuela. They're very dangerous people, but they didn't look so dangerous when the guards took care of the situation from El Salvador. And I want to thank the president. He's a friend of mine. He's done a great job. But I just can't imagine that the Democrats are taking this issue where they want to have them back. You know, so now they have men playing women's sports. They have transgender for everyone. They have open borders. They have all of the crazy policies that are, I think, 95-5, not 90-10, okay? And their new policy is, let's bring Nicaragua back into our country. Let's bring the worst, these are the worst gang members there are. They look amazingly frail, though. By the way they were handled, it's very amazing. You know, they weren't, when they were in Colorado cutting the fingers off a man because he made a phone call to the police, they seemed a lot tougher then than they did when they were having their head shaved and they were in shackles. They're tough people, they're bad people. We don't want them in our country. We can't let a judge say that he wants, you know, he didn't run for president, he didn't get much, let that happen. It'd be so bad for our country. It was called unforced error. They were led in by Biden. I won the election based at least partly on that.
I think I could kick most of their ass.
Oh, boy. He'd be in trouble.
Is there any way to know fundraising and campaigning against your policies? What do you think of that?
Mr. President, there are several families, some of the people, I would like to say there are families, some of the people that work on those that claim that they're not criminals, they're not members of Nicaragua, of innocent persons. What can you tell them and what guarantees can you give them that everyone
Wow. El Salvador, and if there's anything like that, we would certainly find out. These were a bad group. This was a bad group. They were in bad areas, and they were with a lot of other people that were absolutely killers. Really bad. The worst records you've ever seen. And, NATO is something that I say, NATO is the current United States.
I have a card that's long enough to stop.
Our universe is vast, full of challenges and opportunities. And you are at its center, with the power to shape it. This can all seem daunting, but the Air Career Program is here to assist you. Question: what can I do next? The Air Career Program will introduce you to 4 major academy careers. And Aura will guide you in exploring the vast landscape of professions. Along your journey towards mastering your skills, you will always have complete freedom to switch to a new path and discover what interests you most. There has never been a better time to start on your path to glory.
If I don't come up with something quick, I'm not just going to lose this duel. I'll lose my only chance to save my grandpa. There's no way I can let that happen.
I had creativity, and I was punished for having creativity, and I didn't like that, and my parents didn't like that. Similar story, and were creative and enabled me to become more of a leader, take on more responsibilities, and become more efficient with my time, giving me, in the end, just a better schooling. So much. I've learned a lot about my passion in 3 apprenticeships and hundreds of hours of experience in the field. I'm a mom at Wichita State University doing facilities planning. I was mostly just helping with small tasks, but it's where I'm for a more specific type of architecture, which is green architecture. One of the main differences in apprenticeships from the younger studios to the older studios is how far you're traveling. Like I said, my first apprenticeship was with my mom locally. One apprenticeship that I've set up right now, it's the excellence of your work changes so much from middle school to high school, and you get so many more cool opportunities. Through Acton, you get so many new experiences and opportunities. In Wichita, Kansas, and I just also completed a MGA speech, and it just shows how the apprenticeship process and going to Acton just gives you so many opportunities that help you for the future. To be a good fit for Acton, you need to be self-driven, and you need to be able to hold yourself accountable. It's a very specific type of person, but all you really need is potential. There's been a lot of people that have toured at my school, and at first they didn't seem like great fits, but they were working hard and making progress, and eventually they became some of the biggest leaders in the city. To me, Acton's Not a School is a platform or a fresh start where you can be granted opportunities and have so many cool experiences that can help you find your passion, and not just because of the opportunities I get, because of the way they teach you stuff. I love how they incorporate more hands-on aspects. Like last session, I got to build a chicken coop, and I made rockets, I have made mini models, learned chemistry, rocketry, physics, everything. It's a lot more hands-on. And here at Acton, we use technology as a tool instead of a crutch with AI and other technologies. In other schools, kids are being punished for using AI and punished for not using it as a tool. But here at Acton, we are being rewarded for it and being rewarded for our creativity, and we are learning how to harness it instead of being punished for using it. And as AI is the future, we will need to know how to use it and know how to harness it so that we can use it in our future careers.
But which puny creature shall I obliterate first? I think it's high time I pay back your knight for demolishing.
My knight! He's the heart of my attack force. There's no way I can afford to lose him.
This
But
is
both
it.
of them
You
would say
keep
if
my
it wasn't
great
for
wolf
Trump,
who
you wouldn't
crushed
even
your
have them there,
defenses.
because we were paying the cost of almost all of the country. And now they're
Not
paying.
if I
So
can
we're
help
not
it,
gonna do this.
Weevil.
We're not gonna, if you heard us on trade, you do bad things on trade, and then on top of it, we're supposed to pay for your military. And because of what I did, hundreds of billions of dollars flowed into NATO by countries that just weren't paying. They were delinquent. They weren't paying their bills. So NATO is solid and strong, but they have to treat us because look, without us,
Weevil, you were so busy fawning over your mark, you didn't notice I played a polymerization card.
President Zelensky and with President Putin,
If I have two
President
compatible
Putin will tell
monsters
you
on the
that
field,
without the
I
United
can use
States,
my polymerization card and fuse
wouldn't
them
be
into
worried.
one ultimate
but
creature.
he's worried when the United States is involved. And I have to tell you,
I know what fusion does.
I've dealt very well with
Then you
both
must know it increases my
gentlemen,
attack
and we have,
bonus. My fused
I think we
Dragon
have
Knight
the
combo
confines
is
of the
now
deal. I hope
powerful
we have
enough
the
to go head
confines
to
of
head
the deal.
with
I'm
your
doing it
great
for two
boss.
reasons. Number one,
I wouldn't be so sure.
non-American people, they're Russian and they're Ukrainian, are being killed every week.
My knight,
Thousands.
he's losing points.
And also
Fast.
the United States
But how?
has paid
Why?
because of Biden
It's poison,
$350 billion
beauty.
for a
Poison
war
particles
that
from my
never
great
happened.
moth. Each time it
If we had a
uses its
competent
hurricane attack,
president
it
and
releases
it's
tons of
sitting
these
right here,
tiny
that war
toxic
would have never
particles.
happened. It
And
would
your
have
precious dragon
absolutely
knight
never
combo is
happened.
being
And
poisoned
it
by
didn't
their
happen
deadly
for 4 years.
touch.
It didn't happen.
Do you think you have the authority, the power to round up people,
My knight
to
is
split
losing
them,
points
and
with
then
each
you're under
passing
no
second.
obligation to
But how do I
report to
protect
show
him
the
against the
evidence
very
against
air
Well, that's what
itself?
the law says, and that's what our country needs.
Looks to me like my poison
we were-
particles are taking their
Unfortunately,
toll.
they allowed
Oh no! My
millions of
knight's
people
really
to
in
come into our
serious
country,
trouble.
totally unvetted,
There's nothing
totally
here in my
unchecked.
hand
So
that can help
he have the authority
I
to
know
allow
my
millions of
grandpa's
people.
death
Did
won't
Biden
let me
have the
down.
authority to do
Yes,
something
ready
that's
to be rained
unthinkable?
out, Weevil?
Have open
Mark
borders
you,
where
the magical
millions of
mist.
people poured into our country, totally unvetted and totally unchecked, just as you would say.
You're washing
And
it
many of those
all
people were
away.
criminals.
That's right.
Many of them
Magical
were from
mist
jails
washes
and
the field
prisons and
clean.
mental
No
institutions and
fair.
gang
I
members
was about to win
and
and you
drug
saved
dealers.
yourself with a little drizzle.
and very
It's true.
dangerous people.
I
Many
saved
were
my
murdered.
knight.
We have
That's not all I did.
11,088 that we know of
All right
murders they
then.
murdered.
You may have
Of that
stopped my
number,
poison
at least
attack,
half
but I
killed more
promise
than
you
one
only want
person.
to breathe
They're in
for
our
free.
country. They're in a location near you. auto pen. I think we ought to find out who that was because I guess that was the real president. So when you ask me if we have the hardened criminals at the top of the line who have caused tremendous damage in our country. You see them in New York City fighting with our police. I mean, literally having fistfights in the city with our police. These are tough, hard criminals. Many of them came out of jails, and not just South America, from all over the world. They came out from Africa, from the Congo, they came out from Asia. Not just South America, but many from South America. These are hard, tough criminals, and we have to get them out. And a judge sitting behind a bench someplace got a nice appointment. You can't take that away responsible. Now, in this case, Marco Rubio has a lot of big decisions to make, and he's a fantastic person, a great man. If he'll be our best, I think he has a chance to be our best Secretary of State. He's been doing incredible. He worked so hard. He's gone to so many different countries already. And he's got the authority to get bad people out of our country. And you can't stop that with a judge sitting behind a bench that has no idea what goes on, who happens to be a radical left lunatic.
Do you think the judiciary is
You guys are denying the New York Times report that Elon Musk is going to be shown a 20 to 30 page presentation about a theoretical war plan against China.
gives up.
Why not
We
just
never
show
give
it
up
to
on
Elon?
him.
You're
Because
nuts. Weevil has
I don't
totally
understand
annihilated
it, but,
Yugi's strongest
you're
monster
talking about
combo.
a potential
He's down
war
to
with
50
China.
measly life points.
Now,
He can't win, so do me a favor
I
and
deal with
stop
these people all
yapping.
the
Selfish,
week,
pompous,
numerous
bourgeois,
different
know-it-all
airplane
windbag.
purchases, and
Do
I
us
think
a
they're all
favor
gonna
and
be
get
great.
lost, right, Joey?
But I don't want other people seeing anybody seeing potential war
I know.
with
What
China.
can we do?
We don't want to have a potential war with China, but I can tell you if we did, we're very well equipped to handle it. But I don't want to show that to anybody. But man
Chance
who
at winning this
is
thing.
helping us so
He
much.
wastes
He's a
too
great
much of his
patriot.
time listening to you
He's
losers.
paying a big
Weevil
price
keeps
for
his
helping
mind on
us
the
cut
game.
costs. He's doing a great job. He's finding tremendous waste, fraud, and abuse.
Whatever it is,
But I
he's
certainly
fretting
wouldn't want, Elon has businesses in
You're right.
China.
He's got a
And he
big
would be
smile.
susceptible perhaps to that. But it was such a fake
He's
story.
not
The New York
smiling. I
Times
think
is
he's
just as
laughing.
fake as CNN and
No way.
MSDNC. And anybody read that story, people laughed
What are
at
you
that
so
story.
happy about?
Who would do such a
Stop
thing?
that snickering!
And the first thing I did is I called
Weevil,
Susie.
I know it will be
And I
very
called
difficult for you
Pete.
to accept
I
losing
said,
a
is there
duel.
any truth to that? And they said it's
Especially
ridiculous.
after spending
No,
so much
he's over
time
there to
fighting
talk about
inventive
costs.
ways
You
to
might want to
cheat. But
address
if you
that,
thought
people.
bending the rules would help you win this match,
Elon was over there
you're
today
wrong.
to address.
So you expect the same of your opponents. But I duel with honor, Weevil, and that makes all the difference.
It was meant to sort of undermine whatever
Here's what I've
relationship the
got.
Pentagon
The
has
mighty
with Elon Musk.
Summon Skull!
Elon Musk is a patriot. Elon Musk is an innovator. Elon Musk provides a lot of capabilities our government and our military rely on. I'm grateful for that. We welcome him today to the Pentagon to talk about DOGE, to talk about efficiency,
what's that?
to talk about innovation.
This is it, Weevil.
It was a great
Your ultimate
informal
insect won't
conversation.
withstand my
The
next
rest of that
attack.
reporting was fake. There was no war plans, no Chinese war plans, no secret plans. That's not
My
what
great
we're
boss is
I
strong.
might add that
There will
I think
most
Elon
certainly
wouldn't do
squish
it. I
his
think he
monster
wouldn't do it. He
and
wouldn't
wipe
want
out
to
the
put
rest of
himself in that
Yugi's precious
position.
life
But
points
if
as
you read
well.
what's out of the New York Times, it's
There's
such a
something you
disaster.
overlooked, Weevil.
It's such
My
garbage.
magical
It's,
mist is
it
still
used to be
dampening
called
this
all the
entire
news.
field.
It's just print. Well, it's all the news. It's not fake print. They have fake sources, or they don't have sources. That story by the New York Times, I call it a failing. It's a failing newspaper.
And my
It's
summoned
failing.
skull attacks with
And,
electricity,
they shouldn't do
making
that.
your
They work on the
watermark giant-sized. I hope you're in the mood for some fireworks, Weevil, because all
need honest,
Summon
serious,
skull!
you
Lightning
have to see it in
strike!
You have to watch these people every once in a while just to see where they're coming from. So this MSNBC is, I think, probably not doing any radio.
Is there anything that they can do to stop April 2nd or the tariffs that you put on China already?
Well, we can help, but basically, I call April 2nd, I would have made it
I
April
didn't
1st,
think
but I
you
didn't want to
could
be
ever
April
beat
Fool's Day
Weevil.
because then nobody would believe what I said, and they do believe me. April 2nd is going to be Liberation Day for America. We've been ripped off by every
You call
country
yourself
in
a
the world,
champion,
friend and
Weevil,
foe.
but you only won your
We've been
duels through
ripped off
lying
on
and
trade.
cheating.
We've been ripped off on military. We protect people, and they don't do anything for us. It's just so unfair for years and years. And now some of that money is going to be coming back to us in the form of tariffs. I mean, tens of billions. It's going to be numbers like nobody's ever seen. So, NVIDIA announced today, you saw that? Hundreds of billions of dollars of investment. The biggest chip maker in the world announced hundreds of billions of dollars of investment. Hundreds of billions, not millions, but billions. Apple just announced $500 billion worth. They're going to build plants here. You know, they built their plants in China. They're going to build them here. And they're starting immediately. We have already announced, and they all have news conferences. I don't have enough time to have that many news conferences, but I would say so far at least $4 trillion. $4 trillion is coming in. Car companies, very importantly, a lot of the car companies that were going to build in Mexico or Canada are now building here. Because I don't want cars from Canada. I don't want cars from Mexico. They want to do it, it's fine. But I want the car companies to build here, not, you know, they were building in Mexico 3 plants, big plants, really big plants. And all the cars right across the border. We wouldn't have the jobs, we wouldn't have the profits, we wouldn't get the taxes, we get nothing. All we get is unemployment and empty factories. Those days are over. So now those 3 places are going to build here, but many more than that. We have a big one. Honda is building, just announced a great state, smart place to build. And we have many car companies coming here. The steel mills are going to be booming, And many other things come with that. But we need that for defense. You know, there are certain things you have to have. You have to have steel. We, my first term, tariffs to stop the onslaught because they were dumping steel in order to destroy our steel plants. If I didn't do 50% and even 100% in certain cases tariffs on steel, you wouldn't have a steel plant in the United States. And Biden was unable to get rid of those tariffs because they threw off so much money that his numbers, which he spent money, was so horrible. And what he allowed to happen to energy. That's the other thing. Energy is going to be like it's never been before. Mr. Vice President is here. If you have any, do you have anything to say while you're here?
No, sir. I'm
good, Vice President.
I'm just here to watch the show, sir.
Okay.
I think airplanes are pretty cool, so I wanted to check this out.
Airplane's cool. It is cool.
Mr. President, anything that China can do to take off the trade war at this point, though?
Well, I'll be speaking to President Xi. $1 trillion deficit because of Biden with President Xi. We also have a problem where he's allowing fentanyl to be sent into Mexico and then cross the border and, you know, killing. I think the number is much higher than the 125, 150.
Still looking for the ultimate AI tool? Hailuo AI takes your AI experience to the next level. Just type your idea and click generate. Your imagination will come to life in seconds. Whatever you imagine, we bring it to the screen. No skills needed, no effort.
Every family has its stories, some told again and again, the way only he can tell them. The recipe no one else can get right. The song that means we're together. These aren't just moments, they're memories.
Let me tell you about how I met your grandmother.
When you add what you know on Family Search, discovery begins and your family story grows. Start and forever at FamilySearch.org.
And so that's a problem. But they have a tremendous surplus against the United States, and we don't want that.
Mr. President, why do you want to control Ukraine's power plant? Administrations have come to you.
I'm talking about tariffs, and a lot of people are asking me if they could have exceptions. And once you do that for one, you have to do that for all. So, I mean, generally, I did something interestingly during 2 weeks ago. I gave the American, because it would have been unfair if I didn't. And everybody said, oh, he changed his mind on tariffs. I didn't change my mind. I helped.
True champions.
You know, sort of
They
big
play
three,
with
big
honor.
four. I helped
They
some of
play
the American
fair.
companies.
Don't waste your
And
breath
instead
on
of
the
taking
sneaky
it properly,
slug.
they
He's
said,
a
oh,
dueling
he changed.
disgrace.
I don't change, but
And I
the word
hereby relieve
flexibility
him
is
of
an
his
important
dueling
word.
gauntlet.
Sometimes there's flexibility, so there'll be flexibility, but basically it's reciprocal.
3-star
So
chips
that
so far.
if nobody knows that, nobody talks about that. And remember with Canada, We don't need their cars, we don't need their lumber, we don't need their energy, we don't need anything from Canada, and yet it costs us $200 billion a year in subsidy to keep Canada afloat. So when I say they should be a state, it would be a cherished state. The taxes for Canadian citizens would go down in less than half. They don't spend money on military because they think we're going to protect them. Oh, that's wonderful. So, the Canada, they're very tough traders too. I want to just tell you, all the people, they're tough traders. They trade very tough. And they uses, some people don't have the cards. I used that expression about a week and a half ago. Somebody was negotiating very special something. We got to make a deal on that. But Canada has been a very nasty negotiator against the United States, took advantage of the United States for a long time. But nobody knows that they were getting 270% tariffs on dairy products.
I don't think I've heard you say this in all of the talks about Canada becoming the 51st state. Are you concerned that if they became the 51st state, they would be a very, very blue state? Very, very big,
players will survive, and those of insufficient skill.
Like it was drawn by a ruler, somebody with a, I don't mean a ruler like a king, I mean like a ruler like a ruler.
Yeah, there are tournament level players here, but don't you think he's smart enough to
just an artificial line that was drawn in the sand, or in the ice. And you know what?
Needs a reality check.
You add that to this country, what a beautiful land
Wow, man.
beautiful landmass anywhere in the world. And it was just cut off for whatever reason. It would be great. Now, is it liberal? Maybe, but you know, a conservative until I got involved. I don't care who wins up there. And frankly, probably would do better with a liberal than the conservative if you want to know the truth. But just a little while ago, before I got in, which I don't care about, probably it's to our advantage actually. But the conservative was leading against, I call him Governor Trudeau. The conservative was leading by 35 points. So. If you have a good candidate, the candidate's going to win.
And I don't know if you've seen this, but the two astronauts that you just helped save from space, they didn't get any overtime pay for all that extra time. They got $5 a day per diem. For 286 days, that is $1,430 to get them, to make them whole.
Well, nobody's ever mentioned this to me. If I have to, I'll pay that in my own pocket. Okay? I'll get it.
Mr. President,
I'm going to win this.
Mr. President,
I'm going to make sure you don't lose your eyesight.
So what they had to go through. And I want to thank Elon Musk, by the way, because think if we don't have him. You know, there's only so long, even though they're in the capsule.
Monster stadiums.
The body starts to deteriorate.
Look at them. They're
9 or 10
all over.
months. Gets really bad after 14, 15
You said
months
it.
with the
Lots
bones
of dueling
and the
going
blood
on.
and all the things that
I'm
you've
going
been
in. You
reporting
sure
on.
you will only start you?
That's right.
Préparez-vous, licence personnelle de XMI est une large gamme de produits téléchargés. C'est
See? You know what you're doing.
You lost, crybaby. A duel right now. So get ready because I choose to challenge you, Joey.
And if we don't have Elon, they could be up there a long time. Who else is going to get him? And I just want to thank him. He's going through a lot. What are they going to be
I
prosecuted?
overheard you and
And
Yuki talking
from
on
what
the
they
boat,
tell
and
me,
know he
I
gave
see
you the
this
only
just
starship
by
that
watching
you
your
have.
programs.
My motto is duelist on the
I can
island.
tell you that right.
And you said this morning 20 years in jail, and then maybe you said this morning, and then maybe they'll go to one of these prisons in El Salvador. Do you think with the way that the judges have been issuing injunctions, it would be easier or harder than these Tesla domestic terrorists to a jail in El Salvador than these MS-13 or Trinidad blacks?
Well, I view these people as terrorists just like others. When I look at those showrooms burning and those cars, not one or two, like 7, 8, 10 burning. Democrats were talking. Nobody was killed other than a very beautiful young woman, Ashley. Ashley Bell.
Yeah, you better not
Nobody
screw
was
this up,
killed.
Joey.
And you look at what's going on in the company, a nice expensive in the Justice Department. These people are terrorists.
Doing on my field. You mentioned a deal with Ukraine.
What do you say to American military families who are seeing Elon Musk at the Pentagon today, are hearing about defense?
Well, we're making our country strong. And what they should do is realize that the New York Times is a corrupt institution, because I think they knew that story wasn't true. Nobody believed that story. People that, when I first got, what war with China would look like, and his business, no, they made that up because it's a good story to make up. They're very dishonest people. I have it with the Times, and you'll see more and more of it. And I said, is there any truth to that? Absolutely not. He's there for Doge, not there for China. And if you ever mention China, I think you'd walk out of the room. You wouldn't take it anyway. So it's just a made-up story. Nobody's taking better care of the military. One of the things that I know the Pete's doing is he's talking about a lot of the civilian staff. And those are jobs that not only military, jobs where people don't pass one after another, where they're playing something, they're doing something. And we have a lot of great people, but we have to move that back to the States. We're going to make our country strong, and we're going to get people much better jobs, because we just happen. And it's automatic. You don't want to pay the tariffs. How do you avoid paying the tariffs? You build your plant in the United States, and it's a beautiful thing to see. I see it. So far, I'd say $4 trillion. Nobody's ever heard of them. No country's ever heard of numbers like that. $4 trillion, and those are the best ones. We give billions away, billions of dollars away to companies that don't need it, and it won't bring them here. I'm giving nothing away. All they're doing is coming here, they're building because they want to avoid. Remember this on the tariffs, though, because that's going to be, Liberation Day. We charge. So somebody say, well, how much are the tariffs? Very fair. If India, as an example, very bad to us on tariffs, they charge 100%, 200%, whatever they charge. Now, Europe just announced they're lowering the tariffs on cars. We charge like a joke, 2.5%. That's what this country charges.
Well, let me show you my
Europe just announced that they're reducing the tariffs on cars to 2.5%. But they also have non-monetary tariffs, where they make it impossible for the cars to get it even without the dollars on it. It's called the non-monetary tariff. And yet they send us millions of cars, they send us big agriculture, they don't want our agriculture, they don't want anything from us. European Union's very tough, but now it's fair, so whatever they do to us, we do to them.
Mr. President,
Portfolio, tens of thousands of loans, pretty complicated deal. And that's coming out of the Department of Education immediately, and it's going to be headed up by Kelly Loeffler, SBA, and they're all set for it. They're waiting for it, and it'll be serviced much better than it has in the past. It's been a mess. And also Bobby Kennedy, the Health and Human Services will, and everything else, rather complex. So I think that'll work out very well, those two. Get the students to get guidance from the people that love them and cherish them, including their parents, by the way, who will be totally involved in their education, along with the boards and the governors and the states. And it's going to be a great situation. I guarantee that I think that you're going to have a tremendous Norway, Sweden, Denmark, a lot of the countries that do so well. I think you're going to have a lot of those results. If you look at Ireland, you're going to have great education, much better than it is now at half speed. I will guarantee some of the states will be at the top of the list. They'll be.
We are a team, but I also have to win the contest for Serenity.
I'm sending you this video just so you don't forget your little sister's face. It seems like I'm running out of time. Take care.
Dude, maybe Yuki's right about this thing. I have to stop listening to Mai's nonsense and start using my head. I just gotta concentrate on how to win the game. There's gotta be a way to beat Mai. If I can just figure out how she knows what our cards are. If she's not psychic, there must be something else she... What's that strange smell? I never noticed that smell when my eyes were open. I'm smelling a bunch of different perfumes. Coming from... See through your card trick.
Huh?
You sprayed all your cards with different perfumes. And by smelling each different scent, you can tell which card is which even when they're face down. So you don't have to look in order to play your cards. That way you can psych the other player out.
No way! How could an amateur punk like you see through my aroma strategy? It's just impossible.
I gotta admit, Mai, you really had me buying into the whole psychic powers shtick. I was too freaked out to think things through because of that. But you're not a psychic at all. You're just a big fake.
Joey!
You're the man! Yuki, you were right!
Just because you saw through my little psychic act doesn't mean you're going to be able to defeat me in a duel.
I think you're wrong. Before you were winning by confusing me and trying to pit me against my friends. But now my mind is clear. I know who I can trust. All you've got left is your cheap tricks, and I won't fall for them anymore. I'm gonna blast your harpies out of the sky with this.
Good card, Joey.
Baby Dragon.
That wimpy card is your grand play? I only wish it was worth some more, so when I devastate you, it would do more damage to your life points. My card will be Elegant Egotist. Its magic will make duplicates of my harpies, lady. 1, 2, 3.
It's 3 times the trouble.
Now what? He was struggling when there was only one.
Don't give in, Joey. You've still got all kinds of moves left.
Really? What moves would those be?
How would I know? Ask an expert. Ask Yuki.
It's Joey's duel. He has to figure it out.
And I'm going to keep using the magic of Elegant Egotist to double my harpies again and again each turn. But while my harpies multiply, I can't You'll soon be up against an army.
An army of harpies? How the heck do I fight an army? She's got a whole army. How am I supposed to beat that?
Don't give up, Joey.
Huh?
Think hard about her strategy. She's been using only one monster card and strengthening that one card with many magic cards. But there's a serious flaw in her dueling strategy, Joey.
Using magic on one card? That's true. She's just been juicing up the Harpy Ladies every turn. But if she has mostly magic cards, maybe the Harpy Ladies are her only monsters. I bet if I can just defeat her Harpy, she won't have any monsters left to play.
That's right, Joey. Now think, what card in your deck will help you win?
Which of my cards? You tell me. Wait, I think maybe you did.
Salamandra and a kunai with chain? Baby dragon and shield and sword? With these new magic cards combine your deck. It can be helpful in a tight spot.
The time. This card. It's my only chance. But do I have it in my hand?
If I had known how long it was going to take you.
Uh-oh. The time wizard's not in my hand. I'll have to draw for it. All right! It's the time wizard!
What good is that thing?
Don't you know? The time wizard can make time go faster, causing my baby dragon to grow into...
Right, Joey. And that's not the only effect your time wizard will have.
Baby dragon, transform into 1,000 dragons!
So now you have a bigger dragon. Big deal. My Harpy ladies still have greater attack power. Attack it, my 3! What happened to my Harpy ladies? They've gotten so old!
I warned you. A millennium has passed on the playing field, and your harpy ladies have become old and decrepit. Face it, Mai. Time's running out for you and your lady.
I believe! And the cards came through for me! Awesome! Go! 1,000 dragons! Attack! Tornado! Flame breath! I knew you could do it! Thanks, guys!
How? How could I ever lose to such an amateur?
Hey, ever gonna be a real champion, you've got to learn to care about someone other than yourself. Isn't that right, Yugi?
I'm proud of you, Joey. All your hard work and training paid off. You went from a guy with nothing but eagerness and attitude to a real duelist who battles with his head and his heart.
La tourelle bleue a été détruite. La tourelle rouge a été détruite.
Qui ose m'affronter?
La tourelle rouge a été détruite. La tourelle bleue a été détruite. L'inhibiteur rouge a été détruit. La tourelle rouge a été détruite.
Two stars. This
La
is so
tourelle
awesome.
bleue a
I
été
can't
détruite.
believe it happened. Am I cool or what?
La tourelle bleue a été détruite.
Time limit on how long he gets to crow?
La tourelle bleue a été détruite.
Dear, did you ever think Joey would actually beat mine in a duel? I mean, Joey.
L'inhibiteur rouge est réapparu.
I knew he'd do it. I'm really proud of you, Joey. Yeah! Oh, all that dueling made me hungry. Did any of you guys remember to bring any food with you?
La tourelle bleue a été détruite.
What were we thinking coming here with no food? How are we ever gonna get
L'inhibiteur rouge a été détruit.
without anything to eat? That's the
La
question.
tourelle rouge a été
Dueling
détruite.
really takes it out of you, and I haven't seen any
L'inhibiteur rouge a été détruit.
Well, we better do something fast. I'm gonna have my 5 basic food groups or else it's metabolic meltdown.
Hey, chill out, you guys. I got it covered. Yeah? Check it out. The Great Outdoor Survival Guide. Can we eat it? Better than that. It lists all the plants, roots, berries, and grasses we can eat. Ew! Do I... Fish? I don't need your dumb book anyhow. I smell something cooking that away. See ya!
He's hallucinating.
Don't be so sure. You know, it wasn't his brain that beat Mai, it was his nose. Man, I just love barbecue fish. Smells good. Yeah, and I bet it tastes even better.
What makes you think those fish are yours to eat?
Hey, trust me. We eat. Your stomachs will thank me.
Joey? Oh, he'd say anything to fill his belly.
Some people have absolutely no self-control. Huh? Joey, save some for me! Ah, man, this is awesome. Ready, set, feeding frenzy!
Enjoy yourselves, you fish thieves. This is your last meal. How dare you eat my fish, you thieving poachers? Has no one taught you manners?
So can we eat now?
Dare you steal my fish, you bottom-feeding thieves?
Hey, chill out, guy. It's just a few fish.
A few fish that do not belong to you. To steal a fisherman's catch is to prove you have no honor.
delicious. I'm Yukimoto, sorry about your fish. You're Yukimoto, the only duelist to ever defeat Seto Kaiba? Ha ha! What a fine surprise! It will be my very great honor to face you in a duel. Say there, Mako. I must apologize. I've been ungracious. If you are friends of Yukimoto, please come sit down. Eat your fish. Dang! You are welcome. I really knows how to do I was raised on a fishing boat where I learned to love the sea, so if I win here, I would love a vessel of my own. Of course, I'll have to beat a few duelists first.
Your own boat? How great the sea?
Yes, the ocean is amazing, and we have shared a special bond since I was born. I can tell when the sea is happy by the way it sparkles, and when it is angry by the shifting tides. Excuse me, I did not mean to be so serious.
Oh no, don't apologize.
You saved our hide. We started without you. This has really been great. Thanks again.
Leaving so soon, are you? Maybe we'll meet up in the competition. We certainly will.
Forget this crazy chicken in the sea, Yuki. You can just give the guy back a few fish?
I really had a duelist a short time ago, but he was not a worthy opponent. But a duel against you, Yuki, would be a true test. We shall battle beside the majestic sea. The playing field is equally split into two halves. One half is land, and the other is sea. Any mistakes, Mako? I wager 2 starships on this match. 2 stars. Combat my mighty denizens of the deep.
What's this? This creature is underwater. How do I choose which card to play when I can't even see what I'm fighting? This I don't like. The ocean conceals many things beneath the
For very long. I have no idea what that thing is down there, so I better prepare for risk. As strong a defense as possible. Clearly, this is Yuki's first encounter with sea-based duel monsters. He will learn firsthand what powerful making their stealthy attacks even more lethal.
Ce qui compte, c'est pas d'avoir beaucoup de temps, c'est de savoir s'en servir.
Has taken you by surprise, Yugi.
Maybe so, but I can still raise a strong defense.
I call upon the Horn Imp.
Pressé par la reprise après les vacances, Kali est là pour garantir une transition entre stars. Avec un capteur fiable, en plus, elle peut prendre en constance une trajet avec le pose d'un magot. Au quotidien, le réserve ta course et commence l'année en douceur avec Kali.
Milliers de dollars sans rien risquer, participer aux compétitions XM en démo, trader avec du cash virtuel pour gagner de vrais prix cash retirables. Les compétitions XM en démo sont ouvertes à tous les traders. Que vous soyez débutant et que vous ayez besoin que vous ayez de l'expérience et tester vos stratégies. Et ce qu'il y a de mieux, la participation est totalement pratique. Participez aux compétitions XM en ligne. Vous n'avez rien à perdre et des prix gagnés.
With Mako's monsters.
Child, you would play and watch far away. You all, they all play. You lay away of all the things that you changed. Just a dream.
To the feral imp's electrical attack. Whoa, that is so smart!
Magic lightning! Attack!
It's a fish fry.
But wait, what is this? Nothing's happening. Mako still has all his life points.
Your strategy has failed, Yugi. Sea duelist, I am well aware that water conducts electricity, so I played my giant jellyfish. It has the magical ability to absorb all electrical attacks, protecting all creatures. And now it's time for my counterattack. Fiend Kraken, crush his feral imp! Did you enjoy my Kraken's embrace?
I've never... It feels as if I'm battling Mako's sea monsters and the awesome power of the ocean itself.
Do any of your cards have the power to stand against my ocean
Power of Silverfang, and I combine him with the magic of the full moon to double his ferocity.
My next creature, arise, mighty Kurioshi!
What's this? Whoa, that is one big fish.
Behold the colossal Kurioshi, a creature so enormous that when he rises up from the ocean depths, he creates his own tidal wave.
What a beast!
Your wolf is brave, Yugi, but he will not stand before my Kurioshin's tidal attack.
No! Silverfang!
Gone. But my Kurioshin's tidal attack did more than simply wash your wolf cub away.
What?
It considerably altered our playing field.
My land! Karyushin's attack has nearly washed away my entire land-based playing field.
You should consider yourself lucky, Yugi. In my previous duels, when Kuryushin attacks, absolutely nothing is left standing in its wake. I think it was quite considerate of my pet to leave you a little patch of dirt to stand on, don't you? Or does it make you uneasy to be surrounded on all sides by the sea? All men give pause before the savage power of the mighty ocean, even the greatest of fishermen.
You mean your father?
But one day the sea took him. I loved going out on the boat with my father, just the two of us, and the big, beautiful ocean, never suspecting that the sea would turn on us.
Look, Mako, there's a storm blowing in.
A big one?
Maybe. I've learned to never take chances with the sea.
Father was right. Suddenly, the calm, friendly sea turned into a raging maelstrom. It pitched our boat as if it were a toy.
There, I tied you down. You'll be safe here, son. I promise.
Stop to tie me down. He had to secure himself to the mast. Ha!
Oh, wow.
Mako duels for his dad like... Whoa, this is too intense. With so little land left to me, I've really got to make this next play count. I need something that will help me turn the tide. Something like this card. Giant Soldier of Stone! You may have shrunk my battlefield down to an island, Mako, but my stone soon. This is it, Yugi. It's over, but you played honorably. I also duel with the fate of a loved one at stake. And I can't afford to lose. I switch my Stone Soldier to attack mode. Attack mode? But why? He cannot attack my sea monsters while they are underwater. But his target is your sea monster. I'm having him attack a card I put on the field myself. The moon! No! Now, Stone Soldier, destroy the moon! What's happening? The tide! It's going out! But how? As you yourself said before, Mako, it is the moon that controls the ocean's tides. Its ebb and its flow. So I ordered my Stone Soldier to obliterate the moon, causing the ocean's tides to reverse. My Stone Soldier has beached all your sea monsters. You have no ocean left. No, my precious fish! And now I'll deliver the final blow. I combine my Curse of Dragon card with the magic of the Burning Land card to wipe out your remaining life points. Moon card was
We're about to have a thunderous startup here at Adults Garage, backed and surrounded by some pretty special cars. But I tell you what, I bought those. It's the Zagato that's grabbed my attention, the edition version of the V12 Vantage. They intended to make a total of 150 cars. Due to the very cost tag, there was low demand and only 61 in total. Now, Dr. Adams owns this Zagato from you, number 99 out of the run. Look at all of these dead Xenods that you have throughout. In fact, come and take a look inside as well. We've got the Caneo Zagato double bubble roof in here. The car class 6-litre naturally rated V12 engine. We've also got a manual gearbox, 6 speed, but on the brake and clutch. Take a listen. Epic.
is heading to seek out Yugi. Computer, request data on the status of the dual monster tournament.
6 hours have passed since the dueling contest began. 12 of the participants have been eliminated. Those that were defeated and lost their starships have been removed from the island by vote.
And what of Yugi Moto?
Yugi Moto has to gain 5 starships.
He is determined to work his way up in the standings in order to gain entry to my castle. Which is exactly what I want little Yugi to do. We just keep our spy cam trained on our star duelist. Sooner or later, the little runaway prisoner of his own.
Very wise.
Actually, the boy's state plays right into my plans. And if you have such special plans in store for Yugi today, plans I hope you'll find as entertaining as I do.